What's up guys, Lenny here, Found Stuff to you, and I know it's been a long journey, over a month, over 2 months since the last wind-up video, and I'm sure you guys have either forgot about me as an individual or I'm currently getting mad going, "Ooh, finally," or happy, I don't fucking know, dude. But I'm here to give you guys a new 5-card, 4 or 5, 4 to 5, it's always 4 to 5 cards because, again, the last rat you can go, oh, Dweller or loop the 5th card, right? So 4 to 5 card wind-up hand loop. It takes 3 cards. It takes Ram Clouder, it takes Magician, and it takes wind-up Shark. These 3 cards together can give you a 5-card hand loop. The reason I'm making this video is because someone recently made another 4 to 5 card hand loop, which again, I'm glad that people are saying 4 to 5 card hand loop because in this day and age of Yu-Gi-Oh, there's so much fucking graveyard shenanigans that it's like, do you ever really not want to go Dweller on your opponent's turn if they don't have cards in hand? Because they're probably still going to be able to do things, right? So anyways, very glad people are starting to say that. Someone made a video like that. I'm going to link it in the description. We'll talk a little bit about, I'm going to make a separate video about how he did it because I think it's very important because that's going to be probably the way we're going to start doing it nowadays, you know. Very glad someone else started doing that because even though I came up with the new ways with Firewall, Dragon and stuff, I'm not a god. I'm not like the greatest player of all time. So obviously other people are going to come up with things and then it's sort of like a bouncing ideas off each other, which makes it better, right? So makes it faster, makes better combos, makes better videos. So here we're gonna start off the hand loop. I'm not going to be explaining the hand loop too in depth. I'm going to talk a little bit about Ram Clouder in the video, but mostly I want to talk about what windups are and why I got so discouraged from playing them for a while, and why I started playing some other decks. Because I have another combo I want to show you. It's a 2-card, not windup hand loop, but it's a combo I'll show anyways, another thing. But I have a lot of combos. One of the big reasons why I got so discouraged is because I think like 2 days before the ban list, I came up with a Magician Shark hand loop that required 3 Firewall Dragons, and it was just these 2 cards plus any single monster except Magician in your deck. Any monster in your deck except Magician and these 2 cards, you 5-card hand loop them, and you ended with 7,500 on board plus a Hunter, which is actually insane, and you still had the rest of your hand to work with, which was actually like the craziest thing. So I came up with that, then the ban list happened, and I got so like tilted. I was like, I'll just start playing some other decks and stuff. So I did the Inzektor video, I did the Dracophonix video, which now people are actually playing Metal Foes. Not really in that exact way, but I'm glad I fucking kind of called it ish. I don't fucking know. Anyways, let's just get into the combo right away, and then we'll talk a little bit more about some things. So essentially, one of the big things that has changed since the ban list, because one of the major things that I was very concerned with was, at the beginning I was very concerned with just making combos, but then I realized, I was like, combos don't actually mean anything if you can't win a game. There are combos on every single channel. If you watch Tainted Wisdomful, which he's one of like my favorite Yu-Gi-Oh YouTubers, is Tainted Wisdomful, because he has the, oh my god, dude, his combos are so nasty and they're fucking amazing. I don't know, I love that shit. Even though it's super inconsistent, I love that shit. But I didn't want to make just wind-ups. I didn't want to make wind-ups just another sort of Tainted Wisdomful thing where it's like, okay, you open perfect and your deck's garbage and you win the game. I wanted it to be more of a I want it to be a legitimate deck that you can play, because as you can see, I have the whole deck. I bought it very early on, and it was something that I really like playing because this type of deck is very skillful. Because something that's very important is you can watch this combo and you can like take this combo and you can replicate this combo every time you do this opening hand. But for example, in this combo, in this deck, we only run 2 wind-up warriors because 3 is too much and 1 is too little. And in this combo, we're going double invoker for double warrior. At some point, you're going to see the second invoker. But it's just to explain that, well, what happens if you draw the second warrior? How do you play the combo? Well, there are ways to do it, but you have to understand how windups work. You have to understand how to take your hand and get to basically use the skeleton of combos to be able to take any hand and be able to hand loop. And that was one of the main reasons why I was so hyped and so wanted to play so much windups, because of the fact that this was something that was really available. It was something you can do with the 3 Firewall Dragons. You can always come up with some weird way to combo, and most hands let you. No, I was going for Firewall Dragon, yeah. Most hands could let you combo off your opponent's crap. And so it's very important that you were able to do that. And with the Lone Fire Rat combo, it gave the deck just enough opening hands to be consistent. So these sleeves are going to essentially dictate how many cards have been looped. So yeah, so with the Lone Fire or Scorpio plus Rat opening hand, it gave the deck just enough. It gave the deck just enough opening hands that they can almost always hand loop their opponent. And this is very important because of the fact that because you can almost always hand loop your opponent, your plays are like very, very live very often. Like you often can do things. And even if you can't hand loop your opponent, because of the 3 Firewall Dragons, if you open well enough, you had enough value to bounce things back to your opponent's hand and then loop them, which is actually insane. So right here, we just summoned out our Wind Up Warrior. We triggered Magician to get out Hunter. And here it gets a little bit strange-ish. We're going to do some cool shenanigans. We're going to link 2 here for... We're going to link 2 for... Oh, that's the wrong place. For our Space Insulator. And then we're going to activate Firewall Dragon's effect, chain it to itself. It's going to add us a Wind Up Rat, right? Because we have a monster in our hand, so we can activate his first effect, the special summon, and then chain the effect to add, because the card was... Because it's co-linked and it's a quick effect. Summon Rat. Rat is going to bring back Magician. And then this Hunter is going to send the Rat and trigger the Magician to get out another Hunter. And that's the second card looped. And this is probably the hardest part of this specific combo. It's got some weird shenanigans that go down. But anyways, yeah, so it was very tilting. It's very cool to have a consistent deck that can do this sort of thing. But it was very tilting when when I'd be playing a game and then my opponent or it was very tilting when I saw the ban list and it was like, well, now half the combos are dead and you can't really do them anymore. So here, just to be sure, I'm linking for Proxy Dragon. You can go for Gaia Saber. This card just has to point left to right. It could be a link 3 or a link 2. If it's a link 3 at the end, you can go for a link 4, which is nicer. I'm just going for Proxy Dragon because I sold my Gaia Saber because I wanted to get a Saryuja, and that helped out in the pricing, which was very important there. So we're going to drop Ram Clouder. Very important that when you drop Ram Clouder, he's not in the center zone because what Ram Clouder does, and I told you at the beginning, I'd explain a bit. Ram Clouder can tribute any monster on your side of the field. There's a hard once per turn. You tribute any monster on your side of the field, and you special summon a Cyberse from your grave. This is exactly like Lumina or Lumina. Yeah, it's Lumina from the Lightsworn thing. So if you already have a Lightsworn in your grave, when you activate, well, you have to have a Lightsworn in your grave when you activate it. Same thing with Ram Clouder. You have to have a Cyberse in your grave when you activate it, which we do through this Space Insulator. When we tribute the Firewall, we could just re-special summon the Firewall. And what's really nice about this is we're putting it in a better zone because here we can double co-link it instead of only single co-linking it. So anyways, we're going to link these 2 monsters to the right of Firewall Dragon for an actual Proxy Dragon. Remember, this could be a link 3. So now we're going to activate Firewall Dragon's effect. This is going to add us back 2 rats to our hand because we have 2 rats in our grave and 1 banished face down. And as you can see right now, 3 cards looped out of their hand, 2 rats in our hand, 2 monsters we can link together. So we can link these 2, for example, for a Decode Talker, or whatever the hell you want, honestly, any link 3. And then we have like link 3, Firewall Dragon, and then that lets us drop Rat. Rat brings back Hunter, send Rat. That lets us drop Rat, which is the 4th card, Rat. And now Rat, again, you have the choice. You can bring back Hunter, or you can bring back Warrior. Warrior can buff the Rat or the Hunter and make it into level 4, and then you can go for an Abyss Dweller to stop them. If you bring back the Hunter, Hunter loops the 5th card, and then you can link for 2 more 4s, right? Because you can link, because if you do this and you send this to the graveyard, you loop the 5th card. This is a link 3, you can link for link 4. You can link these 2 together. If this is link 2, you can link it for link 3, or you can link it for link 4 if you use the link 3 here. You have a lot of options basically, but that's essentially the combo. It hits 5 cards if you want, or 4, depending on what you want. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I talked a lot about random shit. I'm pretty sure I didn't finish all my thoughts and just kind of left them blank or open, out in the open. But that's essentially what the video is going to be. I just wanted to show you guys this cool combo. Tell you guys, like, I'm going to be making more videos like this. I have a bunch more ready. Essentially. I even have a really cool combo that with what's his name? With Zenmaikon, you don't loop Rat. You actually loop you don't banish the Rat. You actually banish a Shark, and that's a really cool one. I want to show you guys because that one's really interesting to see. So anyways, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys next time. Ciao.